Hi everyone, it's BDevine again here, and today we are going to talk about spirits or spirit guide. How do we tell the difference, and what does it all mean, and all of those sorts of things, because I get asked this question quite a lot. And I know when I was first delving into mediumship, after my brother was killed in 2000, he was in a car accident. After that happened, I wanted to know, I guess like everybody does, whether he was going to be okay, and whether there was an afterlife, and exactly what happened. And at that time I knew about angels, and I knew about spirit guides and things like this, because I was more interested in spirit guides, believe it or not, than I was with angels. And so I was asking my spirit guide, to help me to discover what actually happens after you die. And of course, when you are first beginning your spiritual journey, you are trying all different kinds of things to get an answer from spirit. And one of the things that I used to do was, besides the mirror technique, was I looked at the Ouija board, and mine was called a psychic circle, so it was a little bit different than a Ouija board. It didn't have the same symbols on it than a Ouija board does have. It was a little more in depth in the readings that you could get. And of course I used to protect myself as best that I knew how, and there was a booklet with this circle that taught you how to protect yourself. But still, it wasn't a complete 100% protection, because part of me was still frightened, and part of me still didn't quite know what was going to happen, and you get nervous and things like this. And so as I discovered that there are spirits around that are actually earthbound, I wondered what the difference was between my spirit guide and, say, someone who will come through and give me information, and is there a difference between just a spirit and a spirit guide? And what I found is there is a huge difference, obviously. A spirit, for example, is somebody who has passed over, and this could be a loved one, and a spirit is just someone who is already passed over. Now then, there are the darker spirits, and ones that are what we call earthbound, and these ones are ones that are very agitated, or they're very confused. They have not gone and had healing in the light, which everybody needs to do. And so an earthbound spirit might attach itself to your aura because you are open, and you're trying to learn about spirituality, and so you have this portal around you that is actually open. And so in the earthbound spirit's fear, it will actually hang on to your aura, and this can make you have many different symptoms, I guess you'd say. You might start feeling in a bad mood suddenly. You might swear more than you would normally swear, and if you're not someone who swears and to start swearing, there is something going on. You might be delving into different things. You might be somebody who is a heavy drinker, smoker, doing drugs, all this sorts of things. And lower energies are always attracted to lower energies, but they are also attracted to someone who they think that might be able to help them get out of the problem that they're in. And this is where the trouble lies with people, because they are opening up, they are aware of the energies around them, and they are trying to develop a relationship with spirit. But there needs to be some responsibility there, and there needs to be a definite way that you can tell whether you are speaking with someone who is on the other side, or an earthbound spirit, or even a family member, or you are speaking to a spirit guide. Because a family member doesn't necessarily mean that they are now a spirit guide all of a sudden because they've passed over. That doesn't always work like that. Sometimes it does, but not always. And so when you are in the presence of your spirit guide, you need to then be sure that this is who you are talking to. And even in the Bible, it states about testing the spirit, asking, are you from the light? Are you from the source? Are you from God? Where are you from? What are you doing here? Your spirit guide should be able to answer you immediately. Your spirit guide should also be able to tell you some things to verify who they are. Now, if a guide comes forward who says he's your guide, and they do not answer these questions, or refuse to answer these questions, or you hear silence from them, then they are not your spirit guide, and they are not even from the light. Because anybody that is from the light or from the other side and is a benevolent spirit working with you will always announce who they are. There's no reason why they would not. They would just announce who they are. And so you must always have your protection with you. Protect yourself with your guardian angel. Protect yourself with the white light of the Holy Spirit. And of course, protect yourself with Archangel Michael. And if in this process of you asking if it's your spirit guide and it is not, then Archangel Michael shall then work with this person, work with them, and help them get to the light and help them get the help that they need. And so you need to be careful when you are doing a Ouija, using a Ouija board or a psychic circle, that you are not just calling on any old person, that you are protecting yourself fully from the darker energies that are out there, and you are not just saying, I want to talk to someone who died of hanging 20 years ago. I mean, that's not really going to help you, and it's not really helping the spirit to move along. There are some wonderful people on the internet that are doing videos, and they are using a Ouija board and planchette, and the difference is, I mean, not all of them are doing it correctly, but the difference, the ones that I've seen just of late, and Robert Hickman is one of them, he always asks that these, you know, he tries to, if the spirit comes through, he will try to help that spirit to get to where they need to be, to get into a place where they feel safe. And this is what you know, this is a beautiful thing. This is what you should be doing. If you feel that there is someone that comes through in any of your spiritual work that doesn't belong there, then you owe it. Your responsibility is to ask that person to move on into the light and to be guided by Archangel Michael. And whenever Archangel Michael is around, if this spirit sees Archangel Michael coming, he is going to feel that presence, and he is going to be like, whoa, this is, you know, I need to go with this guy. He is that overwhelming. He will scoop you up and take you away. There is nothing that can harm you when he is around. There are times where your psyche can be attacked, and just recently I was actually attacked in my sleep. I guess because that's the only place that I'm not thinking about, I guess, Archangel Michael being near me. And even in my dream I was screaming out for Archangel Michael, and I felt, you know, hands over my face so that I couldn't yell. And I woke up in one of those dreams where you wake up like screaming out and crying. This happened to me. So something was trying to shut me up, I think, to stop me from helping you guys to learn about all of this, so that you're not afraid anymore, and that you are open obviously to spiritual awareness, and you are open to listening to your guides and having your guides comfort you, but only if it is somebody who is actually a guide to you. There is a difference when you are asking to see your loved ones, and you are asking to know that they are there and know that they are okay. If it is your loved one that comes forward, you still need to test them, and you still need to ask them if they have had healing, if they are from the light. What's their purpose? What are they doing there? These are all the questions you need to be asking. And if not, if they are still afraid, and if they are still earthbound, or if you have been going through terrible grief because you don't understand why they died, the spirit will come through and will stay close to the earth. And so it's your responsibility to say, I am okay. I want you to go and get well. I want you to go and have healing. And then when you've had healing, then we will have a conversation, and we will get, you can say to them, I feel better knowing that you are healed and in a healed reality. Everything is okay here on earth, and I will take care of it. You can say that to your loved one if you feel that they are sort of hanging around and trying to help those in your life that might still be very, very grief stricken. And so your spirit, someone who is perhaps not benevolent, is what we call an earthbound spirit. And it's your responsibility if they come or they start to pretend that they're your spirit guide. It's your responsibility to not accept that, to question and then not accept it and allow them to go to the light. Otherwise you will start to take on this terrible grief, and you feel very, very heavy. Even though when you are a medium, the energies are a heavy energy, at the end of it you can then ask them to go straight back to the light with the archangels and you feel lighter again. But if a heaviness continues after you've had supposed talks with your spirit guide, that's just not, it's not going to be your spirit guide at all. You need to clear yourself, push this person away from you. Now, I don't want to frighten people and say to people, oh, you know, you could get attacked anytime. As long as you are asking your angels to be near you, and you are living a spiritual life, you are you know, doing your best to help people in life, and you are not someone who is actually out to harm people, then you're not going to attract these kind of people anyway. If somebody comes, like someone came to me in my dream, that's the first time in over 20 years that I've ever had that experience, especially at night, when I was vulnerable, I guess. I tell you what, it was, thank goodness for Archangel Michael, because I must have woke my whole house up with the scream that I made when I screamed his name out to help me. And so even though I was in a deep sleep, I was still aware that I needed to have Archangel Michael with me, and that Archangel Michael would take care of this. And so you yourself are going to find this throughout your spiritual journey. Many things are going to come up and you might not fully understand. But one thing is certain, and that is that if you ever feel frightened or you ever feel threatened in any way, then that is not a spirit guide to you. Your spirit guide will speak loudly to you. Your spirit guide will tell you that who they are. They might even tell you that they've been in past lives with you, that you've been a spirit guide to them. They've known you in a past life. They should be able to tell you how they know you, and they should be able to tell you a little bit about what your purpose is. And your spirit guide is guiding your spirit. Your spirit guide is guiding your soul forward. So they are not concerned with what you look like in the shower or anything, you know, silly like that. They are concerned with what your soul and your spirit is doing. And you know, your loved ones, after they've had healing, if someone's, for example, with my brother, after he passed away, I waited for about 2 months, 8 weeks or so, 6 to 8 weeks, for him to have healing. And when I did, in fact, get in contact with my brother after he had passed, the first thing I asked him was, have you had your healing? Have you been to the light? Are you from the light? And you know, he stood there and said yes, straight away. And so just be mindful that a spirit and a spirit guide are completely different. And if you are uncertain, you want to be completely sure that you are protected before you are asking the angels to have to show you your loved one in spirit, or you are asking your spirit guides to come. You know, be sure that you are protecting your whole home, that you are posting angels at every doorway and at every window, and that's just asking them to be there. And for extra protection, you can put salt. Just take some rock salt and go around your entire perimeter with this salt, and you are asking for the angels to be there and to protect you, and for the white light of the Holy Spirit to be around you and protecting you also. And so don't be frightened of spirits, spirit guides. Never be frightened of them. If you are opening up your mediumship abilities and you are working on this, as long as, like I said, you are protecting yourself always. And if you are ever frightened in any way, do not hesitate to ask Archangel Michael to just clear the room, escort people who don't belong there away from you right now. You know, these are the key words that you need to use. In mediumship, if you are using a Ouija board or a psychic circle, for goodness sakes, be sure that you are not doing it frivolously, that you are not trying to get something to knock you on the head or stand there in front of you or smash the glass across the room. I mean, there's no purpose in those sorts of messages. It's much nicer and much calmer if you are doing it in a way that you are protected, and then you are bringing in benevolent helpers for you, not just any old person that needs help or needs you, it starts to latch onto you, and you feel like you can't sleep at night and things start to get out of control for you, because that can happen as well. A spirit can get attracted to you and can want to stay near you because they feel that you might be able to help. And so again, you ask your Archangel Michael to be right there and escort them away from you. And so I hope that helps you understand a little bit about spirits and spirit guides and mediumships, and your responsibility, because you have a responsibility to help those who do come to you by sending them to the light and by testing them, as we say, it even says it in the Bible, to test the spirits who come to you, and you need to do the same thing even with angels. You might see a beautiful angel coming to you, you might sense that there is this angel coming to you, but again, you need to be sure that you're asking them, are you from the light? And one way that you can tell how many spirit guides are working with you, or you might be able to start to work out who's your master guide, is that you imagine that you are looking down a hotel hallway, and you are in this hallway, and there are many doors on either side of the doorway, and what you are going to of the hallway, sorry. And so what you are going to do is you are going to walk up in your mind, you are going to walk up the entire length of this hallway, and one of these doors, whatever color you would like to think of it, one of these doors is going to be your favorite color, and this is the door that you're going to enter. And when you enter this room, you will see that there are people waiting in there for you, and these are your spirit guides. Now, before you start this whole process, you need to say that you are asking for your spirit guides to be present in the room of your favorite color, and that you are asking for protection from the angels, and that when you get there, you are going to be asking them and testing them and asking who they are, and they need to stand up. And so you go into this room, and there in the room are the beautiful spirit guides, and you might have one, you might have many in the room. I think I have about 22 spirit guides that are working with me. You might find that you have 50 working with you. It doesn't matter how many that are in there, but you might find that when you're first looking around the room, that they look a little bit like they're standing in the shadow, because they're not sure whether you are quite ready to see them or meet them, but you'll get a sense of how many are there. And you will ask for your master guide, your true master guide, the one who has been working with you and for many lifetimes over, and who is the primary carer of who you are, like working with your spirit now, your master guide. And you want them to step forward out of this crowd, and then you are going to ask, who are you, what's your name? Write down the first name that you hear. Ask them, are you from the light? Yes or no. If not, ask them to leave. If so, they will talk to you more. And so this is one way for your mind to get around the fact that you've got many spirit guides with you and who they might be, and even find your master guide. So it's just a visualization of a hallway with many doors, and you are putting the intention out that the door with the brightest color or your favorite color is going to be the one that has all your spirit guides in that room. And what you can do is, when you want to talk to your guides or when you want to have an experience with them, you can walk that hallway and walk into that room in your mind, and they will be there every single time. It might be that you go outside and you sit underneath a big tree and you meditate there, and you can see this room and the hallway and the people. Or it could just end up being easy for you one day. Like it is for me, I can just close my eyes and I know that my guide is there, and my master guide is the Lord Jesus. And so I used to have worthy issues about that. You know, why would the Lord Jesus be interested in me? And so you have to work through a lot of different things. There might be some very famous people that are working with you in the music industry or in dancing or things like this, and you won't believe it. And, you know, again, you will have to ask them if they are from the light, and then you will know the difference. So if you are interested in learning more about perhaps doing a psychic circle or what all of that means, and you would like me to perhaps show you and do something with you, then, you know, leave a comment about that, or let me know, write something to me, send me a message or something. You know, ask me what you would like to hear about, and I'm quite happy to help you work through things. Do spiritual circles together and psychic circles and things like this, and I can show you and guide you. And at the end of it all, we are sending a blessing to the person, and we are sending them to the light. And this is what it was really important for me to explain with you today, because I had this experience myself. There have been many times over my life where I've had extraordinary experiences with spirit guides and you know, other beings and things like this, which I will slowly get through and be able to tell you all. But there's probably not any situation that I am not aware of that I haven't experienced myself, and if I am, I'm still able to help you. If you feel like you've been threatened by a spirit, or you feel like you've got an angry spirit in your home, or you feel like you've got an angry spirit near you, you know, please, by all means, I will help you, and I will show you ways in which you can clear the area and clear yourself. And I also will take you on location soon. I hope to be able to have a video camera where I can, you know, take it around, and I will show you some places, and we will go in there, and I'll show you how to do a cleansing on the place. Perhaps we can see if there are any messages for us there, or if I can get a sense of who might have lived there and what the story was. I might even I'll take you all over the place eventually. And so that's something for me to work on, and something for you guys to think about. And I really hope that you're not scared of this, or scared of having contact with spirit, because you do not need to be at all. And like I said, unless you are calling on something evil and you are purposely doing that, that is the only way that you are really going to be attacked. But if you are vulnerable to, or you're not protecting yourself, they can come and they can start to latch onto your aura. And, you know, negative energies can be picked up from bars, clubs. You can be walking in the shopping center, and there could be someone with, you know, an evil intent who's got 1,000 people following them, and, you know, they can latch onto you in that way if you are not protecting yourself. I do not want to put fear into anybody at all. I'm here to help you guys to work out what all of this is, and have it clear in your mind what you need to do, and pass on the protection and teach others. If you see someone wanting to do a seance and they're all silly about it, you know, you can be there and be a mediator, which a lot of people used to ask me to come and sit with them while they were doing the psychic circle, and I would sit there and help. And when I was there, we would be doing the circle, and things would go smoother. And at the end of it all, we would do our prayers, and we would ask that whoever came through be then taken to the light. And these are the things that you need to do. You need to have a responsibility if you're going to be working with spirit. And so I really hope that all of you enjoyed this message today, and I hope that it made some things clear for you, and that you have a good connection with your spirit guide. Your spirit guide is always good to have around whenever you are doing any kind of spiritual work, along with Archangel Michael, of course. We talk to him, and your guardian angel is very, very important. And as I said, I've been saying to a lot of people, is we have more than one guardian angel. We have thousands of them. In fact, it's about 6,000 angels that are working with us in different areas of our life. And the thing is, they can't rescue us. They can't come in and intervene in your life unless you ask. So you must always ask for them to help you and to guide you and to support you, and they will. And so thank you everybody for listening. I really hope that this helps you all, and I'm sending out my blessings to all of you. And please, you know, if you like this type of talk, you want to hear more about this sort of thing, I've got plenty more that I can say. Make a comment and let me know what you'd like to hear, and by all means I will work it out to do it for you. So thank you. That is it for me for now, and until next time, it's bye from me. Bye.